Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Press the subscribe button like this, and then you have to tap the bell icon adjacent to the subscribe button like this, and then you will get the notifications from my channel.
Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So this is the lecture 2 of engineering mechanics solved questions, and in this video we'll be covering from trusses onwards, so you can refer from question 35 onwards. So last time in lecture 1 we had covered till this point question number 32, and today we'll be covering from trusses onwards. So all those who have not watched the lecture 1, kindly go and watch that lecture. Even you'll find the direct video link in the description also for lecture 1. You can click and go and watch that video. And as usual, this PDF also I will provide the direct link of Google Drive in the description of the video, so you can download this PDF for your reference. And just one more humble request guys, please check whether the bell icon is pressed or not, because most of the people are not getting notifications of new videos. So just once you can check, just next to the subscribe button there is a bell icon, bell kind of a notification bell is there, so it should be pressed. And once you press that, you should also press all notifications, then only you will get new video notifications when I post new videos. So just it will take 10 seconds for you to check. So if you have already done, so no problem. For those who have not done that, only subscribe button they have pressed, then for them you have to press both subscribe button as well as bell icon along with all notifications. So let's start with the video. So in all the questions of trusses, those can be done using two methods. One is the method of joints, other is method of sections. Third method, which can also be applied, is the force triangle. So remember guys, whenever you are having only three forces acting at a particular point, irrespective of any problem in engineering mechanics, whether it is truss or any other joints or any other simple bar, pendulum, anything, then at that point, if a force is acting at a point and we are forming like three forces are generating at a particular point, so just like similar to this question, if you get, so if you proceed with joints and by section method, you will take longer time. Instead of doing that, you can use the force triangle method, which I already explained in previous video. You can do directly this question under 20 seconds. This came in GATE 2008. So it's very simple, because at this point P, three forces will generate. So one is this tension, other is this tension, and one is force F. So we have to find force QR, like tension in QR. So we have to find this force, okay, in this member. How we can find? We have to follow, we have to see, like, first of all, the force triangle. Similar to this, see here in the question, at this point the force at point P, force F is acting. So this is point, this force is FQP, this force is FRP. This angle is given 45, this is 30. You can find this angle, so it will be 180 minus 45 minus 30, so it will be 180 minus 75, that is 105. So this is 105. So from force triangle we can write force F divided by sine of this angle, the angle found between the remaining two forces. So you have to write three equations. So it will be F upon sine 105 is equal to FRP upon sine this angle. So you have to take this angle, that will be 90. So 90 plus 45, this will be 90. So this is 90, this much is 90. This angle is alternating angle because of this one, so this is also 45, this is 45. So 45 plus 90, it will be 135. So FRP upon sine 135, it's written this is equal to FQP upon sine this angle. Now this angle will be similarly, so if you break down this, take a horizontal line, so this angle will be 30, same as this because of alternating angles. So this is 30, this is 90, so 30 plus 90, 120. So it's written FQP upon sine 120. So F upon sine 105 is equal to FQP upon sine 120 is equal to FRP upon sine 135. This is the equation. We have to find the tension in member QR. So this we have to find. So this will be FQP cos 45. So FQR, it will be equal to directly FQP cos 45. Okay, FQP you can find from this. You multiply by cos 45, you will get the answer. So the final answer would be FRP. So it could be anything, like both. Either you find FQP or you find FRP. So if you find FQP, it would be FQP cos 45. If you find FRP, it would be FRP cos 30. It's the same, right? It would be the same. If you take force balancing in this point, it would be the same thing. So FQP cos 45, or it would be FRP cos 30. It would be same thing. So it answer will be 0.63 F. You can verify, it will be same 0.63 F. So this is one way of approach, like you can see whether force triangle method you can apply or not, then only you proceed. Now let us see this example. This is slightly, like, it will cover most of the things how you have to find. So even the actual values can be given in the question instead of L, or like 200 mm or 0.2 meter, something like that can be also given. So it doesn't make any difference. Alright, it would be similar. So or length LL can be given, or anything can be given. Similarly, the value of load, it could be given actual, like 10 kilonewton, 100 kilonewton, anything. So you have to take care of the units. But here they have given in general form, like load as P and the length in form of L. So all these angles they have given 45. Members AE, DE, VF are inclined at 45. So AE 45 and DE, BF. So DE, this is E, this is E, this is F, A, this is B, A, B, C, D, E, F. So some printing mistake is there. Here it's not written E correctly, so you have to check that. And the members A, D and BF all are inclined at 45. So this is 45, this is 45, and this is 45 angle. It's given. What we have to find, and this is like P per unit length. This is the force, UDL, uniformly distributed load P per unit length is given, and it is acting on the member EF. We have to find the force in member CD. We have to find the force in CD. Okay. How you have to do? You have to proceed step by step. First you have to find the reactions, because here we will be getting one reaction, and here at point B we will be getting two reactions. So RY, RX, and at point A suppose RA. Because this is roller, so we are having only in the Y direction, we don't have in X direction any normal reaction. So first of all, the target is to find this normal reaction and these two normal reactions. Okay, so let's see in the equation. So considering the same diagram, this is suppose RA, this is RB, and we have one force we have one force in this direction as well. So if we take the vertical summation Fy equal to 0, then for the complete system summation Fy equal to 0, it will be Ra plus Rb is equal to total load UDL. So it was P per unit length, so total will be P into L. So that is first equation. Okay, then we have to find Ra and Rb. So one equation we got, other equation we have to formulate. So we can either balance the moment at point A or at point B. So if you balance the moment at point A, you will get Rb, and if you balance the moment at point B, you will get Ra. From first equation you will get the remaining value. So here they have balanced about A. So if you are balancing about A, then this total force P into L, it will act somewhere in the center. So this total length L, this is 3L. So this length will be up to here. So this moment it will act around this point in this direction. So it is clockwise. So we can write plus PL, that was the load, into 3L by 2. Okay, and clockwise, so we have written plus. This force for Rb, it will be acting like this. So the total moment, it's anti-clockwise, so we can write minus. So if it is anti-clockwise, it's always written minus. You can take any other nomenclature like plus minus. I always consider clockwise as plus and anti-clockwise as minus. So this will be Rb into the total distance L plus L plus L, that will be 3L. 3L is equal to 0. If you solve this equation, 3 gets cancelled, LL get cancelled. So if you take this, Rb is equal to PL by 2. Rb is equal to PL by 2. You substitute in the first equation, you will get Ra is equal to PL by 2. Okay. Ultimately, what we have to find? We have to find in CD. So we need these forces because we have to find the members in the other the forces in the other members as well. So this was done. Now considering the force balance at point A. So in horizontal direction it will be FAC. So FAC plus this force cos theta or cos, this was angle was given 45. So finally AE cos 45. So FAE cos 45 plus FAC is equal to 0. This is first equation. If you consider the vertical equilibrium, it will be RA. So you can take any sign for the normal reaction. If it is, you will get the magnitude correct. If it is coming negative, that means you have taken the direction wrong. That's it. But here, since I was considering this RA in plus direction only, so I have taken plus RA plus AE plus FAE sin 45 is equal to 0. From here you can get the value of FAE because you already know RA is equal to PL by 2. So FAE will be PL upon PL by 2 into sin 45. Since RA was PL by 2, so FAE will be minus PL by 2 into sin 45, that is 1 by root 2. So this one, if you solve, it will be PL by root 2. It comes negative, that means we have taken the direction wrong. So ideally the direction of this force FAE will be downwards. Okay. Then finally we have this FAE. I'll remove everything. So FAE we are having. FAE we have, and FAC will be from this equation, the first equation that what we have written. So FAE you substitute here. So FAC you will get, FAC will be minus PL by 2. So FAC is minus FAE cos 45. FAE you calculated PL by root 2, cos 45 is again 1 by root 2, so it will be minus PL by 2. Okay, so now you are having finally the force that is required in this member AC. You are knowing PL by 2. Now you have to take a, now this is method of joints. We are going joint by joint. Okay, so now you are balancing the force in at point C. So if you are taking at point C, so one force is upwards, that is EC, one force is this side CD, one force is this side AC. Finally we have to find this force CD. AC we are knowing, EC we are not knowing here, but we are considering the forces in this at this point. So we have to apply three equations. We can apply summation fx is equal to 0, summation fy is equal to 0, and moment. But using this equation only we can find the value of this one, because at this point C we are having only one force FAC in this direction, other force FCD in this direction. So FCD is equal to FAC, or you can write FAC plus FCD is equal to 0. So the magnitude will be again PL by 2. Alright, and if in the question they would have asked, tell us the force in member EC, so directly you can say by summation Fy equal to 0, so FEC equal to 0. Alright, so let's move on to the next question. So now we move on to friction question. So suppose we have a question, generally most of the question you will get similar to these, that a body is there on an inclined surface and we have to find one or the other value. So here a block whose weight we have to find, we don't know the weight of the block, it's being kept in equilibrium position and it's being prevented from sliding down by using a force of 500 Newton. So this 500 Newton, it is like a equilibrium force balancing the sliding of this block downwards. Okay, so suppose you create a free body diagram, then this is the W acting downwards, that is the weight of the block. This angle, it will be same as angle of the inclination, it will be 30 degree. So this angle is 30, so this component along this one, it will be W cos 30, and along this it will be W sin 30. This is the normal reaction. So if you balance at this particular point in x and y, so summation fx is equal to 0 and summation fy is equal to 0. So in y direction, n is equal to W cos 30. Okay, and in x direction it will be like W sin 30 component will come in this direction, and in this direction one component will come, that is the resisting force created by friction, so that whose value is mu into n, mu into normal force, normal reaction force. So mu value is given root 3 by 5, so root 3 by 5 into n plus 500, it's equal to W sin 30. N value, it was equal to W cos 30, you substitute here, so finally it will be root 3 by 5 into W that we have to find cos 30 plus 500 Newton, it's equal to W sin 30. Okay, sin 30 cos 30 values you know, you have to find W. So finally W will be is equal to 500 divided by, if you take this on the other side, so it would be W bracket sin 30, so it would be sin 30 minus root 3 by 5 cos 30. Cos 30, it's equal to sin 60. Okay, so sin 60 is root 3 by 2, so that's equal to W. Okay. Here they have done wrong, so don't see this. This is the correct approach. So 500 upon bracket sine 30 is 1 by 2 minus 3 by 10. If you solve this, it would be 500 upon 0.5 minus 0.3, that is 0.2. If you take to 10 to 5, it will be 2500 newtons. This value is correct, but this equation they have not considered W cos 30. You can see they have directly taken only mu value. They have forgotten cos 30 to write here. Ideally it would be this equation. This equation what I have written, root 3 by 5 into W cos 30 plus 500 is equal to W sin 30. You substitute the value of cos 30 sin 30, you will find W as 2500 newtons. This is the answer B. Okay.